So hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out exploring a tiny little stream in the hope of getting hopefully some specimen fish out. About to enter the undergrowth now. It's horrendous, look at that. All that thick, horrible nettles and all that crap. And hopefully we'll find the riverbank and fingers crossed get a few fish on the bank. The aim of the game is using little tiny micro poppers, little top water baits in the hope of getting some decent sized fish. We're aiming for chub. Chub is the main one. Because in these tiny little streams you can often find some really nice fish if you can find the deep holes. That's what we're looking for today. Find the deep holes, cast these little top water baits into my little micro poppers like this Rapala micro pop, and fingers crossed we'll pull some nice fish out. Let's crack on, hopefully get some on the bank. So I'm in the first spot. It's a really interesting one. It's really overgrown. I've been looking at lots of the river and it's so shallow and just so narrow. You get to this bit, it widens out, and right behind this tree I saw some chubs. I'm going to see if I can sneak one out. A little popper. I think I might have spooked him, but we'll find out. There we go. God, what a take fish on. I knew there was chub hiding down in this little area. Awesome way to start, there we go. Oh, and he just popped the hook in the net. That was on the little ultralight popper. Okay, I don't know if you can see there, the deep hole down there. I can see loads of minnows. There was a couple of chubs out of them. I nailed one. Awesome. Oh, what a result. The first spot I came to, the first spot I cast into, and I caught a lovely, good sized chub. If I was fishing on my usual river, this would be one of the smaller sort of sizes, average to smaller. But on this tiny little stream, this is a really good sized fish. Cracking fish. And these are the fish I'm after today on the top water baits. You nailed it. That was maybe the second cast that actually went into the water. Crushed it. I've got a really good feeling about this session. See if we can find many more, eh? There we go, fish on, another one. Another chub. You probably couldn't see that very well. That is so cool. Try and get through all these nettles. Oh. Yes, that is a good sized fish. That's a really nice sized fish. This little stream, and he's popped the popper out as well, I think. Just let grip him to move him away from my hook. So cool on the ultralight popper. Well, I've not been fishing long at all, but I'm covered in nettle stings already, bramble scratches, and it is well worth it catching specimen fish like this from a tiny little stream. Honestly, the thing runs no more than about 8 inches deep for most of it. Every now and again you'll get a little bit of a deep hole, maybe just 2 foot deep. And it's enough for these big fish to live in. This is awesome. Probably about £3 sort of bigger fish you'll find in here. All caught on a little micro popper. I've been fishing 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I've caught 2 lovely fish so far. Let's get this one back so we can get any more. Now I've just got to an area which is super overgrown. I don't think anyone's fished here. I've got completely strung up by nettles, look. It's just nettles all around me. I found a deep hole. Oh, I'm itching now. And I swear I saw a couple of really nice chubs. So I'm actually going to go for a slightly bigger bait. I'm going to go for this chug bug from Storm. This was going to be my like big chub lure on my usual river I fish, but I figured maybe I can pick out a big one in this deep hole here. So I'm going to put it on now, take off my little micro popper. Even though my micro popper has caught me 2 fish so far, and I've only been fishing for about half an hour, maybe less. I'm going to put on the chug bug now and just see if I can sneak a big one out from this swim. I've got a big camera filming for some close-up takes hopefully. See how this goes. Lovely wild little spot here. There we go, fish on, fish on. Absolutely crushed it. Can't be a chub, that's got to be a pike. Yeah, oh, and he just spat the lure right in front of me. Oh, god damn. It's funny, I had the chub. Oh, I've just tangled up as well. I caught the chub on the micro popper, so the smaller bait. I had 2 chub consecutively on that. And then I thought I'd change over to the chug bug, storm chug bug, see if I could pick out some better fish. And I actually found 2 pike. There was a pike earlier that hit it in the margin as well. So, isn't that weird? Got the chub on the micro popper, then put on a chug bug and 2 pike. Well, 2 pike hooked anyway. So I think it's about time to get something to eat, have a little bit of a break, rest all my nettle wounds I've got, and show you my setup that I'm using today. So I'm using a 3 to 15 gram rod. It's the 13 Fishing Fate Black. I use that for a lot of my crankbait fishing, and on this venue you could probably get away with a really ultralight fishing, like maybe a 1 to 7 or 1 to 8 gram, but it's just so many snags that I want to go a little bit heavier just in case some of those big fish take me into the snags. And that's paired up with the Akuma CXT 30 spinning reel, loaded with, I believe that to be 18 pound braid, 18 pound suffix, and I'm fishing little micro baits like this little popper. This one is a micro popper from Rapala, but I've also got a chug bug from Storm as well, which I've been using. So without further ado, I'm going to get myself some snap, have myself a drink, and we'll crack on with the fishing and hopefully get 1 or 2 more out before I have to go home. Beautiful run though, it's probably about 4 or 5 foot deep. We expected it to be something. There we go, perch. Nice perch. This little stream. Oh, we did it, guys. Wow. Got a fish from this swim after stinging my nose. It's a beautiful chunky perch, really fat for a summer fish, really healthy, on the micro popper. Anyway, I've got a really nice perch and he's hooked right in the corner. I wasn't too bad actually, thought it was going to be harder to hook than that. A perch on the river I usually fish I'd be happy with, but I wouldn't really think of it to be much of a monster, but on this tiny little river, that is an absolutely cracking fish. It's a perch of probably £1.25 pound, maybe getting on for £1 and a third. Lovely, lovely perch. I'm not going to shoot him to the main camera, we'll just get him straight back with the most sloppy release ever. There we go. So I'll have a couple more casts and we'll move on to the next spot. Try getting it right into the snags on the right hand side, I think. There we go, fish on, fish on. Yes, right in the reeds on the right hand side, and that's a good sized fish. Knew there'd be something decent in this deeper area. Oh, it's a pike, it's a pike. Must be up right in the scissor. Oh, it is, it's hooked right in the scissor. It's probably the biggest fish I've ever had in this river, if I can land it. Pulling drag. Come on, come on. God, that's so energetic. Will I be able to land him? On the ultralight? No, I won't. Yes, I will. That is a really nice sized fish for this little bitty river. Hooked so perfectly right in the scissor. Just on the little micro pop. Awesome, let's take a better look at it. Well, it wasn't my intended species, but I'll take it. Probably the biggest fish I've ever caught from this river, to be fair. Pike are probably around about getting on 4 pound. So actually quite chunky, really, really healthy. These fish are really fat. I think they're feeding on minnows. Let's get this one back. Oh, there we go, we managed it. He's actually got a split jaw. And I don't know how that's happened, because I don't think that would have been me. Maybe it's just been attacked by a cormorant or something, I don't know. I'm gonna say it's a great big broken jaw. Couldn't imagine my ultralight did that with a braid or the fluorocarbon leader. Slipping back. Shame I didn't bring my antibacterial spray with me. Left it in my other bag. Let's let him have a little rest and then we'll let him go. Still really nice, chunky, healthy pike. Honestly, when I mean the nettles are bad in this area, I mean the nettles are bad. Look, this entire woodland that I'm fishing in has nettles well higher than I am. And I'm 6'1". Some of these nettles must be getting on for 10 foot high. I can't get through most of it. Not through getting stung, because I've got stung plenty already. Can't really help that. Just because these like massive trees that have collapsed in amongst the nettles and you can't always see them until you come to them like this, and you've got to try and climb over with like 8-9 foot nettles towering above you. Oh, there we go. As you can see, we are surrounded by nettles and Himalayan balsam, and I cannot find the water again. I think it's to my left. I think it's like down here somewhere. Because it looks like there's not so much shrubbery that way, and I've somehow got to get down through it. So let's go along this log. Honestly, I've been out a couple of hours now, and whoa, steady on, Chris, this is a big jump. I've been out for a couple of hours and I've probably travelled about 100 yards of the river, maybe not even that, maybe like 70-80 yards. Look, nettles are under my armpits. I got stung on my face, my nose, my armpits, my legs, my arse crack, which is the main one because it's always out. And then we've got now, what is that, like, well, it's easily a 4.5 foot drop, 5 foot drop there. And I can't sit down to drop down, otherwise I'm going to get stung by nettles. So let's have a jump and hopefully we don't get stung too bad. It's Himalayan bloody balsam. For every 10 nettles there's a ginormous Himalayan balsam. There we go. Action, man. We got it, we got it. We got a chub. That was so cool. It's like drift down and gently twitched. Boom. Okay, get the nettles out of the way. Ouch, stung me in the stomach. Oh, we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. Beautiful 2 pound river chub. Oh, maybe a bit bigger than that actually. The bait must be pretty realistic looking because I barely even moved the bait on the surface. It came up and destroyed it. Trying to be gentle here, I don't want to tear the mouth of the chub. Oh, there we go, not too bad. Well, it seemed like I was on a bit of a pike spree using a chug bug. Move back over to the micro popper, the Polar micro popper, and a beautiful chub. After a perch and a pike anyway. And that's what we're after today, these beautiful tiny stream, big chub. He's a stunning fish as well. Woohoo! I've not got long left actually, maybe only half an hour fishing left. I've been out for a few hours. Most of it was spent just trying to make it through all the brambles and nettles and Himalayan balsam, and we've just about made it through to the final swim anyway, or final couple of swims, and he doesn't want to play. I didn't drop him, guys, don't worry. Let's get him back. Oh, he did a number on me, look at that. Get him back. So I've had a really enjoyable session. The wind's really getting up now. It's got to the point where it's almost impossible to cast these baits at any kind of distance, just get pulled straight into the tree. It's horrendous. But I've really enjoyed this session. I'm in a bit of pain right now. I'm going to try and ignore it. I'm stung on pretty much every part of my body you could possibly think of right now from the stinging nettles, but never mind. I've had a really enjoyable session still on the little micro poppers, little topwater baits, and actually smashed up some fish. Probably the second fish I caught was the most impressive, that nice chunky chub that I caught on the next cast out after the first fish of the session, which was absolutely awesome. And I'm surprised about the amount of pike action I've had. The water's so shallow and tiny. I didn't expect there to be any decent sized fish in here, but there was a pike at probably about 4 pound in here, so that's pretty cool too. So thank you guys for watching. If you want me to do any more exploring little streams, let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you want to check out the stuff I've used in this video, like the lures I've used, I'll leave it all in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe, because we're nearly at 100,000 subscribers. That'd be cool if we can hit that by the end of this year. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.